Hey everybody, this is Craig Cottle, director of Nature Reliance School, and we had a gentleman that was asking me questions on YouTube channel about carrying my Warhammer pack and loadout for it and stuff of that nature. So what we thought we'd do is we'd put a video together to answer his questions, as well as just talk about a few others that'll make it useful for as many people as we possibly can. So today I'm going to be taking a look at the Warhammer with a little brother zipped into it. Those are both Everly stock products, and we'll talk about how all that works and a few other things. So glad you joined us. So if you follow us at all, you've probably seen me talk about this Warhammer, and there's a review out there on the Dan's Depot channel where I go through a lot of specifics on this pack. So this is not what this video is about. What this video is about is the loadout on it. So again, I'm not going to go into details, but I do want to make sure that we're clear that the Warhammer is basically, when you buy a Warhammer, you basically get everything that you see here minus this fanny pack that's on top, or this top level pack, as well as this internal pack right here. This is what's referred to as the little brother, and this is again like a fanny or top load pack. I can't remember the exact name for it, but anyway, what you're going to get are these two sleeves on the side. They zipper in together. Now the reason I've got it together here is because this gentleman wanted to see how heavy this thing will go comfortably. Now I'm 46-year-old, got a bad back, got a bad hip, got a bad knee, so I can't carry 100 plus pounds like I used to. What I have in this pack today is what I've detailed in several videos before, is what is my long-term survival sort of strategy. So I've got my tier 1, tier 2, tier 3 strategies in here. So with that said, right now as this pack stands, it's carrying about 65 to 70 pounds. So we'll take a look at how to get this pack on so it's comfortable, talk about the specifics of it, and then we're going to walk around with it on and talk about getting up, getting down, stuff of that nature. So one of the first things I want to make sure that we understand is that this pack is built on the old style. Listen to my words there, the style of the old Alice packs. So it's got that large hard frame that basically the pack rests on, okay? When I say the style, it looks exactly like the Alice pack frame. However, it's got modern engineering, so it doesn't creak, it lasts a lot longer, it doesn't break apart, and doesn't break down. So I have really abused this pack for a few years now and have found it to be really, really hardy. So this pack again has this very stable frame in it, which makes carrying the pack easier. However, you just got to understand that when you're carrying that style of frame, that you're adding more weight. And so if you're a weight snob like a light trekker, ultralight trekker, something of that nature, then this is definitely not the pack for you. So one of the questions the gentleman that was had for me on YouTube, I'm trying to get some of this stuff out of the way so you can see it real well, is can you change this up to fit your body? And as far as a modular style pack that you can change up the side, I don't think you're going to find a better pack than these Everly stock packs. First and foremost, the padded waist belt moves up and down in here, and there's a large Velcro piece on this side of the belt. You can hear that right there. So without much effort, I can move this portion of the pack up and down to meet my needs. Okay, now I like to keep it low on this particular Everly stock because again of the frame, these will get into your hips if you don't have that covered. And so I keep it fairly low right there, slam it back into the Velcro. Now the other thing they have is they have this changing system right here where you can change the height of your shoulder straps. Basically what you're trying to do is you want this to sit in the small of your back for certain, because this is what it's designed to do, and then you change the height of this particular section of the pack to meet your particular body structure. So for me, that's where I have it right there. But you can see I've got a lot of movement right here if I want to move it down or have a smaller torso, and so you can definitely specialize this pack or customize this pack to meet your torso needs, right? So let's get this bad boy on. Well, let's not get it on yet. Let's talk about a couple things. All right, so first and foremost, as far as loadout is concerned, you want a pack that doesn't stick outside your body any more than you have to, because the more it's sticking out, the more it changes the weight distribution, makes you pull left or right. And you obviously don't want a lot of stuff sticking out so that when you're walking this direction, particularly in a wooded environment, you don't run into crap, right? So there's two things on here that make this pack good for that. Number one, obviously, again, you can take this out and zipper this all in, and it's not any wider than the frame itself, okay? But what you can also do is, I don't want to get too top heavy. I don't want it to be sticking considerably above my head, or at least I don't want a lot of weight up there. And then they've got these big, large straps on the sides that you can help to bring the pack in. So it's kind of hard to do on camera, but so you can see this is starting to bring the outer sections in. Now, what I carry, and I've detailed this before, but basically I'm going to carry my comfortable sleeping apparatus on the outside, because if I want to, I can just ditch it if I have a need to get on the move quickly. But there's two of these straps on this Eberly stock here that'll help me to pull the weight in so it's not sticking out. The other part is each one of these side pockets has its own straps to pull it in as well. So you can see a pack that was really, really wide has now come in considerably. Don't discredit that as being not important. That is one of the most important aspects of packs. So internal frame packs are usually built such that they're not going to be any wider than your shoulders. But an external frame, where you have a frame like this on it, sometimes they'll get a little bit wide, which gives you the benefit of carrying a lot of gear. This pack was designed to be able to put all kinds of modules in there. You've seen me do this with both the Sky Crane and this Warhammer, where, you know, I can in essence put a chainsaw in there, I can put a cooler in there, I can put a tub of stuff, I can carry an elk quarter out, I can do all sorts of things. I can put a small human in there and carry them out if I want to. And basically all I do is I strap them in with the two straps that run up and down and the two straps that run horizontal. Now let's get the pack on. So we're going to open this up. Personally, what I like to do is get this bad boy open as much as I can, and then I'm going to get it on my shoulders. So now I'm just making sure my microphone is working, because it's going to be under pressure with this pack on. But you got two shoulder straps here, and you got these thumb loops, okay? This is what most people do. They get this pack on, and then they cinch it down right here. That's actually the last thing you need to do. First thing you need to do is get your waist belt, because you want most of the weight resting on your hips, okay? So what I do is I get it to where it's somewhat comfortable and somewhat snug, and I'm going to get a hold of it, bounce up, and if I have to, I'll do that a couple of times. So in essence, what you're going to see is my pack is laying off my back, but it's resting on my hips. So what I do now is I turn and do this part, pull it up on my back, cinch it, and now you can see it's against my back. And so when I'm leaning, it doesn't come off my back, it's attached to me. The last thing you want in this situation is you don't want that pack bouncing against you. You don't want it wavering left and right. So if I'm doing this and my pack, you can watch my pack. I'm doing this, my pack is considerably pushing me left and right, and so I don't want that. I don't want it when I'm doing this either. I don't want it going like this right here. Really hurts my back when it drops back. So again, lean into it, pull the straps, and now it's ready to go. So again, get it on your hips first, then get it on your shoulders. Now the shoulder strap is what's next, so I'll talk about it briefly. Sternum strap, say that 5 times real fast. I actually broke this. I was talking about this the other day on another video, but that's the first time I've ever broken anything on one of these Everly stock packs. I don't even know how I did it. But so I'm not going to be able to actually buckle it and keep it. I got to get that replaced. But what this is designed to do is not necessarily be weight bearing at all. This strap right here, okay? You don't want this incredibly tight, because if you pull this really tight, you can't really breathe right. So you don't want that, okay? So all this is designed to do is keep your straps from sliding off. Okay, so if you're walking and you bounce and you're moving about and you hop over a tree or you jump across a creek or whatever it might be, then you don't want your straps falling off of you at an inopportune time. So with that said, that's what this sternum strap, and again, it won't stay because I broke it, but I've got to get that replaced. But that's what it's going to look like. You don't want this. Hey, it did stick. So you don't want that being real pressurized. Matter of fact, most of them are made with more bounce in them, like shock absorbing material, stretch material, than they are static. Okay, so a little bit more dynamic opportunity there for you with the straps. So again, what happens if you don't have a truck bed that you can pick your pack off of? So let's back the camera up. We'll put the pack down on the ground, give you some couple hints to pick up a heavy pack and get it on you so that you don't hurt your back when you're putting it on. All right, so this is a good way to hurt your back if you don't do this right. So you'll see a lot of people grab a pack like this, pick it up, sling it on their back, put the other one on, and basically what you're doing is you're putting a tremendous amount of pressure on one side of the body, flipping around, causing problems for your back and any number of things. So I speak from experience, okay? Don't do that. Don't do that. You'll end up hurting your back. Now, with somebody like me that has a not so healthy back, then that's definitely going to cause a problem. And if you have a real healthy back and you do that enough, it's going to cause problems for you down the road, which is part of the reason I have back trouble now. So instead of picking it up as if the pack is sitting the way you want it to be, in essence, you turn it upside down. So I'm basically at the top of the pack. And so I want to get a hold of it any way that I can so that when I pick it up, it's symmetrical to me, okay? So, matter of fact, I'll turn it this way. So I hope you can see that. Yep, yeah, we can see it. So the pack is laying there. I've got it open as wide as I can possibly get it. The straps are completely wide open. I'm going to reach down, get the sides of the pack. In essence, what I do is pick it up with my legs, okay? So I don't want to do this from profile, just like any type of weightlifting. I don't want to bend over at the waist and pick up like this, because this is bad for my back. What I want to do is get down, get my legs into it, pick it up. Now, once I have that up, I am symmetrical as far as this is resting comfortably left and right. So all I do is let it slide down, and now it's on my back. Okay, now again, first thing I do, get my hip belt ready, snug, bounce once, get my shoulder straps ready, sternum strap. Now I'm ready to get down to business. So really that's it, the pack's ready to go. So for the gentleman, and forgive me, I forgot what his username was on YouTube. I'll make sure I'll find it when I post this. But loadout on this, bro, is again 65, 70 pounds right here. You can see how easy it is to get on and off my back. It carries well. It's not difficult to move around at all. Even if I have to fight, I can fight in this pack. I can shoot in this pack. As a matter of fact, I do shoot and fight in this pack as a practice. And just like anything, you want to take your time to get used to it. So if you get a pack like this, then practice things I just showed you, and that'll help you make sure that you're wearing it close to your back. and not hurting yourself in the process. So for all that, I hope that answers the questions that everybody had. If you have any more questions, just shoot them to me, man. If you got a question about gear, shoot them to me. If you want me to put it on video, I'll put it on video for you. I'm sure if you have a question that you're not the only one. So here's what you're doing when you ask me to do that. You are asking me to get outdoor gear or urban preparedness gear and go out and utilize it. Do you think, seriously, that I have a problem with that? I don't. So if you want me to get something on camera, just holler at me. I'll get it done and we'll get it up for you. So we appreciate it. If you found this video to be helpful, then give us a thumbs up, subscribe to our channels. We have two, Dan's Depot YouTube channel, which you're seeing this one on. And then I also have a channel, Nature Reliant School, for my Nature Reliant School. Don't put as much stuff over there. Put most of the stuff on the Dan's Depot channel. So appreciate you subscribing. And if you don't mind, share the videos on social media where it is that you do, or hang out with your friends and watch them and learn from me. If you have anything to share, I don't pretend to know it all, then put them in the comments below, and then that way we'll come on, join in, and learn together.